Good morning, everyone. Welcome to day 2, which is really kind of like day 1 because it's the first real day we're going to put in some real miles, but it counts. I burned a hole in my coat this morning. That was kind of a crazy thing to do. The good news was I didn't burn it by putting it in the fire, but I burned it by reaching over my stove after it was already turned off and it touched one of the prongs. That's these guys right here. So, hey, don't do that. But I thought it's interesting because that kind of explains the hole that I had in my coat over here that I never knew where that came from. I think I have a bad habit that I now know how to correct. It's interesting sitting up here and looking to the south and seeing the places that we were at last year. We can see the Sisters and Washington and Big Lake, where the Big Lake Youth Camp was down there. And it's almost as if we hadn't left at all. It's like, I don't know what happened in the last many months, but it just seems like
just yesterday.
It was just yesterday, and we're just continuing on. Plenty of blowdowns on this trail. We'd heard last year that they hadn't opened it because there were so many blowdowns that they weren't ready to open it. Shortly after we left the trail, they opened it. But I can tell you, I don't think they took out any blowdowns then. We knew we were going to be walking through a lot of burn areas, which just means no coverage. And we knew it had been pretty hot here in Central Oregon recently. And Trail Angel Rose, she kind of insisted that I bring my umbrella. And I'm like, that's another half pound. I just don't know if I want to do that. Yeah, this is day 2, and I'm already using it. So I think that was a good call. We'll find out over the course, but it was worth picking up the extra weight. Hey, got Top Rock back there. Doing good. He's sporting some new equipment. Here, I'll let you walk ahead of me. You'll notice he's swapped out. His pack that he's using this time around is the same kind I've been using. In fact, that's actually my pack from last year because I went and bought a new one because I like it so much. They're Gossamer Gear Mariposa 60s, and they just do real well for packing for the PCT. Because you don't have to film them, folks, if you don't need to film them, so don't. But if you need to film them, you can get many days of travel out of them. So, well, here you go, folks. It's 9:30 in the morning, and it's our first snow on the half of the trail. Okay, that's our first snow of the year.
It might be, but I think he saw the strap and knew to go there. So,
well, we'll set him someplace free. Because where he was at, he was going to get smashed.
yeah.
The trail today is very much like it was last year when we had Little Engine with us. You just keep walking up these snowbanks, across them, and then usually pretty quickly down. A few feet of dirt, we like dirt, and then back to more snow. Top Rock is being a little apprehensive as he approaches this section right here. We are directly below Three Fingers Jack, and just a minute ago we heard a whole lot of rocks sliding down the hillside, and they kept rolling, and then some more came rolling, and some more came rolling, but it seems to have settled down, so we're gonna make our way through here and get beyond what we hope for any of it. We were happy. I've always wanted to see some mountain sheep, and I never have. I've seen bighorn sheep, but if you'll notice, we have the one there. We've got 4 of them walking across. We've got another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 in the snow. Some of those are babies. And above them all, up on the hillside, above that group of 4, there's another, I can't tell how many. It's like there's a whole herd of them up there. And I think that's the source of the rocks we heard falling down. Okay, now that is a Mount Jefferson. It's just right there. We ought to be there in 20, 30 minutes or 20 miles. All right, we've been doing this for a while now. Looks like we might be getting somewhat to the end of it.
Don't say that.
No, Brock said don't say that because he's right. I mean, I said that before. We'd stopped up above on the hill. We took a short break. I decided I would go ahead and get down to water. And then I started hitting all the blowdowns again and said, oh man, no. So I waited. So we're doing it together. I'm going to put this down because I got some logs to cross. Well, we found our campsite for the night. It's in the middle of a whole lot of burned down blowdowns and new growth. There's not a lot of places around here for a campsite, but that's where we're going to be for tonight. So, Top Rock, what would you say are today's highlights?
Those mountain goats, that was a big one. And then the other side of Three Finger Jack was far prettier and impressive and had a nice view. That was my two big things.
You didn't find the hundreds of blowdowns we climbed over to be one of the highlights of the day?
Well, there was a lot of high points, but not a highlight, no.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. I think the mountain goats. Oh, and one other highlight. Not nearly as many mosquitoes as I expected.
Why are you cursing us? It has been better than it was last season so far. They're definitely out. I've got 10, 15 bites here and there, but it's like you're out here. I expect some.
Yep.
You know, but I'm not running and hiding and frantically just freaking out. So it's been much better thus far.
There you go. That's a highlight.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.